Hey basketball players, this is NBA Player Breakdowns. Learn from the best to become the best. Today we're going to be taking a look at one of the most dynamic point guards that we've ever seen play the game of basketball in Damian Lillard of the Portland Trail Blazers. We're here to break down why he's so great and why he continues to be one of the best players that we have in this league. Get your pen and pad out and get ready to take some notes. A lot of today, we're going to be talking about Damian Lillard's pick and roll game because the pick and roll is really where he gets his money. Yusuf Nurkic sets him a screen right here. As the defender goes under the screen really quickly, Dame recognizes that and is able to get the rescreen from Yusuf as well. Then as his defender gets stuck underneath the second screen, he has a much slower Steven Adams, which allows him to pull up. Another aspect of Dame's pick and roll game, which is a little bit sketchy for younger players to see, is his ability to shoot with limited space. I say this is sketchy because essentially these are typically known as bad shots, but with Dame's quick release, he's able to get them off effectively. Next, we take a look at Dame reading the hedge man here. So as you can see, Dame pulls up from three after he comes off the ball screen. After the ball screen is set, Dame is able to recognize that, first of all, Lonzo is definitely going to be stuck on the screen, and second, the big man is in a low hedge, which allows him to get his shot off really quickly. Which leads us into the next thing that we're going to talk about, which is range. Range is something that Dame has mastered and puts him almost in a league of his own. When you're able to shoot from this far out, there is so much more space on the court for your team. It used to be that in the NBA, you would always get a ball screen from right around the three-point line. But now with Dame, they're setting screens all the way back where he's shooting from in this clip. I mean, look at this. Dame is getting a screen set all the way at the Moda Center logo. By being able to have this range, this allows for so many more opportunities for Dame to score, as we'll see later. Next, Dame is able to exploit so many defenders for playing terrible defense out of the pick and roll. Like, look at how low this hedge is on this next play. This is getting really ridiculous. But I don't know. The next thing that Dame is really good at is getting the switch. So as you can see here, he comes up a ball screen, gets a switch on a much taller defender, and is able to go to work. For all you young guards right here, pay attention. If you get a switch and can get the ball back, this will allow you to get to work a lot easier if you have a bigger, slower defender on you. If you can get the switch, make it happen and go get a bucket. And then now we see him getting another switch this time, but drives off of it, which allows him to find the roll man for an easy bucket. And the biggest reason why Dame decides to drive here is because the ball screen is completely isolated. There are some defenders who are stepping in to help, but as you can tell, Dame draws nearly 4 to 5 defenders and is able to dish. The next point I want to make is Dame is very unpredictable as a player. Dame just picks up the ball here and shoots when the defender is not expecting him to. He nearly loses the ball here, dribbles it out. Looks like he's going to set up some offense, right? Nope, this dude is going to pull up from deep. Young basketball players, take note of that. Be unpredictable. And next, of course, what Dame is known for, he's known for tough shot making. This shot probably should not have been taken and probably should never be taken. But you know what? He is able to shoot it because he's earned these types of looks. And next, we're going to take a look at Dame reading the hedge once again, but this time he's able to split his defenders. He catches the hedge man sleeping here. There is no hedge at all. In fact, that defender's being so lazy, Dame made him pay and was able to get to the basket. This is a fantastic read by Dame, and for you younger players out there, you're not going to be making these reads until you get a lot of experience playing. Next, when Dame plays off the catch, he's typically very patient with the ball and is very efficient with his dribbles, as you can see here. As Dame surveys the court, he is reluctant to come off this ball screen because he can see how crowded the other side of the court is. So as a result, he looks in the post but ends up just pulling it instead, which is another really high quality look for him. Next, we're going to look at Dame in isolation and his utilization of change of pace. Now, don't get me wrong, Dame really has a bag. He definitely has a move and counter for almost every situation, but his change of pace is really what makes him special. From this behind the back dribble to a little punch step back, he's able to get his shot off. And that leads into our next point, which is Dame's supreme confidence in his game. Dame has a really good short memory, and for all you shooters out there, you need to have a short memory too. It doesn't matter if you made your last 10 shots or missed your last 10 shots, you're going to be taking the next one because you're confident in your preparation for the game. And that's the biggest thing you can take away from Dame. Dame didn't go to some big school or become highly recruited. He had a chip on his shoulder and worked his butt off to get where he is today. And that's the same thing for you guys who are at home watching this right now. You can do all the things Dame does in this video. It just takes time, preparation, and experience. So if you enjoyed this video, make sure you follow me on Instagram, comment who you want to see next, and of course, go ahead and subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next breakdown.